Hello children, today we are going to learn from the same chapter in grammar the next topic, that is transformation of sentences. Now as you might be remembering that we have learned in our last class sentences and its kind. So we learned that there are four kinds of sentences: declarative or assertive, interrogative, imperative and exclamatory. Now we will see the next topic, that is transformation of sentences. That means when we are transforming, when we are changing one kind of sentence to another kind, and the very important part of it is that the meaning should not change. It should remain as it is. That means when you are changing from one kind to another, the meaning should remain the same. Transformation of sentences. So let us first define what you mean by transformation of sentences. A sentence can be changed from one kind to another without changing its meaning. The very first example given here is exclamatory to declarative. Now we know exclamatory, sudden feeling. So how we will change it? So we will see that how to change from exclamatory to declarative and back declarative to exclamatory. So what an amazing day it is, ending with an exclamation mark. Now when we have to change into declarative, that is a statement, we write it is an amazing day. And the very important thing is that we are changing the signs at the end. In exclamatory you will find we have some other sign, but in declarative we are ending with a full stop. Now from declarative to interrogative, that means from a statement to question. Okay, so it can be changed into interrogative by putting the verb before the subject. So here when we are making an interrogative sentence out of the declarative sentence, we are putting the verb before the subject. So subject should come after the verb. They stay in Delhi. It's a declarative. Now, don't they stay in Delhi? So here in declarative you find the subject they was at first, but when we change to interrogative, this they, which was a subject, came to the second place and it was followed by don't. That means the verb is don't here. So when we are changing from declarative to interrogative, the verb comes after the don't verb. Okay. Next we will see when declarative sentence has two verbs, it can be changed into an interrogative sentence by putting the subject between the two verbs. Now here the case is that if a declarative sentence are having two action words or what we call two verbs, then we will change it into interrogative by placing the subject. Subject, you know, name of any person, place, animal or thing. So that subject will be put in between the two verbs to make it interrogative. Like, she has finished her work. So it's a declarative. Now when we change into interrogative, you find the she verb we have placed between the two verb. Has is the verb and finished is also a kind of verb. So has she finished her work? So always remember we should put the the subject between the two verbs. Now another example is, are you going to trade fair? Fair is, so it's a declarative. Now when you change to interrogative, are is a verb, going is a verb and you is a subject. So again we have placed the subject in between. Are you going to the trade fair? Ending with a question mark. So children, I am again and again telling, whenever you are changing, please always be careful that when you are changing to interrogative, it should end with an question mark. When you are making a declarative, you should end with a full stop. So signs are very important. Now, when a declarative sentence contains the adverb never, so when we find any statement where we have the word never, it can be changed into an interrogative sentence by changing it to ever. So, never will become ever from declarative to interrogative. Suppose the word never was in declarative, but when we change to interrogative, this never will become changed to ever. I never asked you to do it. See, in declarative we have never. So when we are changing to interrogative, did I ever ask you to do it? Now why we have done so? Because if we write never again, so it will become a negative sentence. So the meaning will also change. So never should, like I never asked. So you never asked means none of the time you asked. Okay. So when you change to interrogative, did I ever ask? Means you are asking that have I asked any time, or so that's why never should change to ever. When declarative sentence contains the adverb no, it becomes any. So here another rule, no will become any in interrogative, like there is no excuse about your behavior. Declarative, is there any excuse about your behavior? So the purpose of changing no to any, never to ever, is that the meaning we are keeping same. So if we are using such words, the meaning will not change. So there is no excuse. So if we write is there no excuse, so it will remain the same, and also there won't be the transformation. So there is no excuse, is there any excuse, so it means almost the same. A declarative sentence can be changed by adding a question tag to it. So like for example, Dina is very happy. It's a declarative. Now what is a question tag which we are ending? Like isn't she, we are contracting and we are using the verb plus the subject. So Dina is very happy. Dina is very happy. Isn't she? So we are ending with a question mark by using the question tag, that is isn't she. So that makes the declarative sentence into an interrogative sentence. Now from imperative to interrogative. What is an imperative? Sudden, wish, command, suggestions, all this will be termed as an imperative sentence, and how we will change into interrogative. So an imperative sentence can be changed to an interrogative sentence and vice versa by adding will. So it's very important part that from imperative to interrogative we should use the word will. Stop talking. It's an imperative. It's a command. So when you change to interrogative, will you stop talking? So will is used to change the imperative sentences into interrogative sentence. Next is from declarative affirmative to negative. Like for example, it is changed in various ways. First we will see how we are changing by changing the meaning. My parents live in Shimla. Now, so we are making it negative. My parents do not live in Shimla. So here we are changing the meaning. So from declarative positive statement to negative, we are changing the meaning by adding do not. Again, second way is like without changing the meaning. In the first we saw changing the meaning. Here we will see how we are changing declarative to negative without changing the meaning. Like Aditya is an honest boy. Aditya is not a dishonest boy. So when we are using dishonest word, meaning remains the same with the negative word not. Next we will see from declarative affirmative, that is declarative sentences, that is positive sentences, to negative by changing the words with suffixes. Means what are suffixes? Which are added at the end of the word. Like for example, it was thoughtless of him to speak ill of his parent. It was thoughtless means no one was believing that he will speak bad about his parents. So it is not thoughtful. So thoughtless, less, L-E-S-S we have removed and we have made it full, F-U-L. So that is the suffix we have used to change from declarative to negative. So it is not thoughtful of him to, so thoughtless and not thoughtful equally means the same. So it is not thoughtful of him to speak ill of his parents. Next is, sometimes we use opposite words of adjective. So we can change the positive sentence to negative by using the opposite words of adjectives in a sentence to frame negative sentence. Like, this is a bad proposal, this is not a good proposal. So you find bad, opposite of adjective bad is good, and we have used it to change the affirmative to negative. So bad will become a not a good, means again it's a bad. So but we have used a negative negative word along with a opposite adjective. Next is nothing, no one, nowhere can be used to make negative sentences. Everyone liked the book. Now we have to change to negative. No one disliked means, no one disliked when I say means everyone liked, right? So it almost means the same. So everyone liked the book. No one disliked again means everyone liked the book. So you have to be very careful when you write from positive to negative by keeping all this thing in mind. Now changing always to never. Suppose in a positive sentence you have word always, you will change to negative by using the word never. So there is always scope for improvement. We are saying something positive about this, that always there is some hope for improvement or some ways for improvement. But when I say there is never too late to make improvement, again it means the same, but we are using the word never. So we can change in that manner also. So there is always, there is never almost means the same. Now changing to so that. Now TOO means it tells you about how much. Like, the patient is too weak to walk, means too weak when I say means the patient is very weak, it means, okay. So when we are changing to some other form, we write the patient was so weak that he cannot walk. So here we have used so that to show that he was really very weak to walk. So both the sentences means the same. So to is being replaced by the word so and that. So children, today you learned the transformation of sentences, but it will be only clear to you unless if you are revising thoroughly all the examples which are given in your chapter. So you are advised to go through each and every example twice, thrice, till you are very clear with the concept. And after you have done that, your homework is that, as I told you already, to revise the chapter, and you have to do the exercises 5 and 6 given in your grammar book in copy with pen. But if you want in book also, you can use pencil also. But please, before that, revise thoroughly before going through the exercises. Till then, bye.